And of course, there's other effects, you know. I got my weird, mad scientist here lately, so, you know, the other symptoms that the estrogen causes, one obvious one is you tend to urinate less. You tend to hold water more, so you urinate less. And I've noticed sometimes that it can actually, you know, it can actually hurt a bit, you know. It hurts your balls, your penis. It also hurts your, well, you know, where, I'm French as ABC, I forget how to say it. Anyway, well, you know, the place where your urine is, that area, that sometimes, it's happened a few times, I got cramps, and, you know, it's like, I wonder what that was, or, you know, it's just a bit sore in that area. So, from what I understand, that, giving the estrogen to the boys, that happens to make that part of their body also a bit different from other men. So, that's another thing. There's also, the hair, my hair, you know, it's like, at certain points, it does play on your hair too. Your hair is a bit different. You got different things going on like that, basically. It's not really, a pleasant experience. People get sex changes or whatever, I'm like, oh my god, that must be hell. Seriously? I mean, I want nothing to do with this. I want to be that man that I was supposed to be. I will never be, because I can't grow. Well, if I had the miracle drug, I would probably go into my normal height and my normal genetic inheritance. But anyway, if I had a miracle drug, yeah. No, the one that makes you youthful and strong and healthy. It's like a fountain of youth, you know. So bring me back to that time, I'll just be a tall, macho little guy. I don't know, actually, no, so you say little, I'll be a tall, macho guy. Cause, well, not super tall. So you some little guy, because I've always been a little guy, right? So it's like, now I'd be a tall guy. I wouldn't be super tall. I was like 5'7.5", you know, 5'7.25", or 5'7", you know, 5'8", maybe even. Around there. I want to be like, so I would have been more average, you know, instead of like, I'm almost 5'4", and this and that. So it does play on your personality. It's like, I think that's where I got this thing. It was like, at first it didn't really matter. It's like, height, no, sure, no problem. Even with girls, it played a bit on my, you know, on my insecurities a little bit. I noticed that a little bit. So I tried to kind of like, just ignore it. But I guess that's what I did. I compensated because I wanted the tall guys, you know. Sometimes I wanted shorter girls. So it's like, you could tell that there's just certain thing going on. It's like my genes, they're an imprint, you know, they're the original, you know, it's like the original imprint of who I am. So by giving me estrogen, you know, it messes with you because, hey, I've got my genetic input and it's telling me something else, and you're giving me this. So now, it's like, and you get the other effects of the estrogen, you know, the jaw, oh my god, the jaw can hurt like hell. It's hurt me a few times like hell. Because the women, their jaws are higher up a little bit, so it tends to make their necks look longer, and their muscles and collarbone, they're placed a bit differently, so it's like, I think they're just a little bit lower, higher, lower, okay, something like that, I don't know, but I know that there's some differences, and their necks tend to be a bit longer, or, you know, I can't say that I have a totally feminine body because that's not true. The truth is that it's kind of like a mix of it. There's size 0 as it would have been. I mean, I would have been, you know, over 5'7". I think, with the right genes, I would have been like pretty much a very typical male. You know, pretty sure I would have been. I got married, pretty macho, pretty, you know, fatherly. So just the general qualities that a guy would have, and you know, I would have been like, you know, let's go work out and do some weights, and you know, it's like go boxing, and I still do those things. You know, I never really could let go completely because my genetic map, my imprint of who I am that I got as my genetic inheritance, well, is something else totally different. You know, although I could dabble a little bit in other things too. I was never really an insecure person. Like, so I was like, I could try anything. It's not a problem. But I tended to like to do more like guy things. It's like, oh, this is fine. This is a guy thing, you know? Like, go out in the woods, you know? It's like, the hunting I didn't like too much. It's just like, I'm not really a violent person. I never was as a kid. Like, sometimes I would get a bit theatrical or, you know, emotional. But, you know, I'm starting to see now that those moments might have just been reactions to to the estrogen they were giving me as a kid. It's like, and you know, they're doing this, and they're doing this, and they're doing this. And I think they're literally doing it on purpose to change men into women. Maybe it's another way to kidnap them, hide them away. I don't know. But to do this to a boy, I wouldn't be surprised. If they did just something like this to me, they could do that to a child. You know? They have no respect for nature. As far as I'm concerned, it's a heterophobic behavior. Whether these people are homos or whatever, I don't know. But this kind of violence to my body and to other men's bodies and to women's bodies is heterophobic behavior. I mean, seriously. Could you see yourself doing that to another human being? Could you? I don't think many people could. I don't think many straight people could. I think they would think, oh my God, it's like, seriously. I think they would be disgusted a bit. They would be even maybe a bit scared. Like, I don't want to be a homo. It's like, excuse my words. But anyway, I don't want to be gay. It's like, seriously, don't give me estrogen. Well, I don't really. I'm not saying that that I feel bad about who I am necessarily, because by the time I was a young adult, I was like, I don't care what people think. And I think that I carried that on pretty well. I don't care because seriously, I'm fighting to be myself against a system that is literally suffocating me. They're suffocating who I am. They're suffocating the person that I really am. They're trying to make me into something else, and it's troubling. But I'm still gonna accept who I am. It's not a big deal. I don't care. Like, I'm not hurting no one.